teams in terms of debuts and quite memorable debuts.
Yeah,
so talk to me about that.
Yeah,
exactly. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, I was. I mean, it was right at the back end of that tour. It was my first tour with England as well. So to be a part of that team was really special. And you know, some of the guys in that team I'd been watching since I was 12, 13 years old. I think Kevin Peterson, Ian Bell played in that Ashes series in '05, and I was 11 years old watching them win the Earn Back for the first time in 14 years. And ever since that point then, I've had a real desire to go on and try and do the same sort of thing. So then to go to India, and I think it was the first time we'd won in India for over 25 years or something like that, which was a remarkable achievement from that side. And to make my debut within that series and to play a part of that was really pleasing, and it gave me a lot of confidence going forward from there.
Especially being able to tackle subcontinental conditions the way that you did, spinning tracks. Did you prepare for it? Did you adjust on tour? How exactly did you manage to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to adjust on tour. Obviously, coming from English county cricket, there's not masses amount of spin out there, so you had to work really hard in that lead up to that series. But not just that. When we've gone away with the England Lions, which is our A side, we spent a lot of time in India and in the subcontinent working on playing spin in both one-day and Test cricket, or four-day cricket, which has been really beneficial for me. Spending a couple of winters in similar conditions, and then obviously when we get out to India, working with the guys within the squad and getting used to the surfaces. And once you get out there, you're so accustomed to it with all the practice that you do, that you just got to make sure that you can relax and back your technique and talent to score your runs.
You make it sound so simple, but I know it isn't.
No, it's not. But no, that was a really special series for me as well. I mean, it's the first time I got to play against Sachin, which in Test cricket obviously was, as a kid, watched him as all the way up, and I think he played Test cricket before I was born. So it was really special to be on the field at the same time as him.
You also mentioned in that same series sharing a locker room with guys that you'd seen growing up. So when you walk into those sort of locker rooms and you see your idols or guys that you've seen growing up, what is that feeling like? Were you ever ragged? I mean, was there any sort of thing that went around?
I think first when I rocked up at the airport, met up with the team, I almost wanted to ask a few of them for their autograph, if I'm being brutally honest. But I was lucky they all were brilliant at integrating me into the team and making me feel at home. So it was pretty easy transition, but at the same time they didn't have to do that. But they were very good with helping me with not just my cricket, but making feel that I was part of the team too.
Now, that's a couple of years later. You've got back-to-back Ashes. You've got Ashes at home. Then you go there, down under, and then suddenly things change. You know how it is, numbers, getting scores. You're prepared for a test match and then you're not actually chosen for that test match. You get dropped from the squad. I remember reading an article where you said something to the effect of you felt like an empty vessel for an hour after that. Did that so well. This one is going to be really fun. Yeah? So we've got a few gentlemen here that we'd like you to impersonate. You can just hold it in front of you and do the impersonation. But before we begin, is there anything you'd like to say? Just to clear the air, maybe.
We had a good chat actually after the test match. Yeah, it was good to catch up with it.
Okay, let's get an impression out of you. Family.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah. Mate, any danger of hitting off the square? My Aussie accent needs a bit of work.
It needs a little bit of work, does it? Okay, this one's going to be fun, but you got to do a nice, lengthy dialogue.
Okay. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
God. See, I generally find that all the commentators always like to relate it back to when they played. So, back when I played, we had our Stewarts, your Vaughans, your Thorpes, and nowadays you've got your Cooks, your Andersons, your Broads.
You can do a better NASA one, but I'll excuse you with that.
I'm terrible with that.
This is going to be fun, though.
Oh, I can do Jeffrey.
Yeah, this would be great. And see, I've got the little cap for you as well.
Yeah, you have got the cap for me. I wondered what these
Yeah.
Now then, I'm Jeffrey Boycott and I'm best batter to ever walk this earth. My average was over 50. I scored 158 first class hundreds. My running between the wickets wasn't the best, but by God I could play.
You didn't mention his grandmother. He's
Oh,
always
that's true,
mentioned.
is it?
And by the way, my grandmother could have hit that with a stick of rhubarb.
Oh, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This one's a little more, should we say, presentation.
Cookie.
This is going to be fun.
Cookie's quite easy to do. You just stumble across his words all the time. We played really well today. It was brilliant. Thank you.
Do Alistair Cook talking on Joe Root. How would you do that? Joe Root has just played a brilliant innings. Okay, I'll ask a question, all right? Yeah, we'll do it like that. How do you enjoy it when Joe Root interrupts your press conferences?
Yeah, I wish he'd leave his talking on the field instead of always trying to take the mick out of me off the field.
There we go. That's a good one. Oh, that was really, really well done. You're young, but any advice you'd have to a lot of youngsters who are watching you right now who would be very keen to know what makes someone like Joe Root kick and be able to maintain that sort of consistency?
I think enjoy playing the sport. That's most important, whether it be in the dressing room or on the field. Make sure you thoroughly enjoy the game for what it is. Enjoy that team, and that team part of it. I think it's really, you can make some friends for life through the game, which is again really important. From a technical point of view, really just watch the ball, keep it as simple as possible, not overcomplicate it, and yeah, just play with a smile on your face. And honestly, when you're having fun, it makes it so much easier to be successful.
You've always got the smile on the face. You're like baby-faced assassin.
Yeah, exactly. One day I might look my age.